Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Sanjog Saran and you're watching GROWW MACHINE. The recruitment season is on and there are tons of interviews that are happening every day. Many candidates are getting rejected, many are getting selected as well. So we thought, why not come up with a video where we will be calling out some key questions that you definitely must expect as part of an interview. And these questions are some which are part of every interview. But candidates do miss some really important but simple things because of which they get rejected. So we will be covering those questions over here and we will be helping you out in answering them in the best way possible. But before that, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to stay updated. Let us know in comment section below what is your interview experience and what help would you like from us for your next interview. As I always say, let's get started. Welcome back, guys. So coming to the first question, the most basic question, walk me through your profile. Now this is a question where most of us commit a lot of mistakes. First of all, we are not prepared. Second of all, even if we start, we actually stammer a lot or we think a lot. So since this is a question which is a mandatory question, which I think probably every interviewer on planet Earth asks, so my suggestion would be, number one is to prepare. You must really prepare for this question. And when I say preparation, I don't mean mugging up the pointers. What I mean to say is you need to understand or you need to project a story when you present your profile. So try to divide them into parts. Depends on you how you do it. So since you are presenting your professional life, you might start with your education or maybe your highest qualification and then proceed to your work experience. Try to highlight that part of your work experience which is most relevant to the job description for the job that you're applying. So try to do that so that on the very first answer you are able to draw the interviewer's attention to the main point, right? And many a times what happens is this answer leads to your next question. So make sure that when you're answering this question, make sure you are covering up pointers which, when asked about, let's say for example, you are saying, you are giving the answer, you are explaining what is your work experience on this particular topic, and you give 4 pointers, and the interviewers notes that you also specified pointer number 2, and he wants to ask you a question on that. So make sure you are prepared for that question. So what I'm trying to tell you is, many a times what happens is this question helps you in driving the interview in your favor. So don't miss that and try to prepare it pretty well and give it in the best way possible, because this is the first question and this creates the best impression on the interviewer. Coming to the second question, which I think people who are at a senior position, they usually ask when you go for the second or the third round of interview. So is, why should we hire you? Now see, number one, this question the interviewer is asking, the intent is not to hear fancy words, right? Or hear those generic terms like I'm a team player or I have leadership skills. No, it is not like that. The main reason why the interviewer is asking is to understand from you how you are perceiving this particular job opportunity and why are you interested in it. So when you're answering this question, make sure that you try to relate your skills with the job description. Now when you do that, what you're trying to tell the interviewer is that, see, I have a definite set of skills, and seeing your job description, I see that these are some skills which will really add value to your overall profile, right, to the particular job opening, and I believe that's the reason I should be in that position to justify the particular skill set, right? Justify my skill set, and that's the reason why you should hire me, right? So try to answer this question in as practical way as possible, and the more practical you go, the more impressed the interviewer will be, right? Coming to the third question is, I call it what is. What is, then a blank space. Why? Because you can fill anything over there. Now, what happens is, whenever, let's say, a fresher or even an experienced individual, many times they face this instance when they are asked about a theoretical question, something which has a definition and something which can be answered in a one liner. But see, try and understand this in a very simple manner, that when you are asked this question, the intention is not to hear the definition, or the intention is not to hear a one word or one liner. It is always good, and mind you, most candidates will be answering this question in a one liner. So how can you make it different for yourself? How can you make this question as a really plus point for yourself? So for that, what you need to do is, you need to start this answering with something which is relevant to your work experience. So let's say somebody asks you, what is dash? So you say that, as part of one of my experiences with one of my clients, I got a chance to work on this project where I had implemented the blank portion, right? And when you say that, that helps the interviewer correlate that yes, this person is not just aware of what it means, he or she has also worked on it practically. So that gives an extra edge or an extra advantage to you. Now, coming to the fourth question, is a question which most people, I feel, commit mistakes, is why are you leaving your current organization? That question is I would say bad question, because I've heard people, I've heard candidates speaking ill of their current employer, and mind you, never do that. Okay, never do that. Always answer it in a positive note. Try and explain them a positive outlook towards it. Depends on you. One of the possible answers which usually I suggest my clients is that you can tell them that since I've been working with this organization, I've been working with these kind of projects, so I wanted to explore something outside where I can use my skill set to a better level. And of course, I'm looking for opportunities which can elevate my career. So that's the reason I'm looking outside, and I'm ready to leave my organization for the same. So this is something you can answer. Now rest depends on you, but yes, make sure you're not criticizing your current organization, because that definitely doesn't give a good impression about yourself. Okay, now coming to the last and the final question, which is a very important question, but most candidates feel it's a very simple and a question which doesn't hold much value. That is, do you have any questions for us? And every interviewer actually asks this when he is finishing the interview. And I've heard many people, because me personally have asked this question many times to candidates, and usually the answer, they lose the opportunity to actually impress me. Rather, they tell me that no, they don't have any questions at all. And that is something which is, it's like missing a golden chance, right? So what the interviewer wants to know when he asks you this question is to see how you think and how deep have you thought about this particular job role or something like that. And there is no certain answer to this. You can ask any question you want, but yeah, make sure that you are asking questions which are relevant to the role, which are relevant to the work. Don't ask questions like how much are you going to pay me, or how much is there a maternity leave, is there a paternity leave. See, this totally makes sense, but it all makes sense when you go for the HR round, not with someone who is taking a technical interview. So with someone who is taking a technical interview, make sure that your questions revolve around let's say how does this role look like on a daily basis, and what do you think as part of this role will be my immediate job responsibility when I join the company, and who are going to be my teammates, what is going to be the team size. So these are some questions which you might throw at the interview, and definitely while answering them, he'll also give you a view of how it look like, and that will uh, help you make a proper judgment that whether you should go for this opportunity or not. Now these are some 5 questions which commonly every interview has, and most people commit mistakes answering these 5 questions. So make sure that you don't commit mistake when you have your next interview. If you really want a customized or detailed preparation on this, then definitely check out our career consultancy services, which is available on our website. We are going to have a sale next month, and it is going to be grand. So do check that out. Let us know in comment section below what are your queries on answering these kind of questions. If you have a better way of answering these questions, you can definitely get in contact with us. Catch you up till next week. Thank you so much. Bye bye.